Hello and welcome to DiceTry, the Dungeons & Dragons podcast inspired by whimsical works of old such as Wizard of Oz and Phantom Tollbooth. My name is Daniel Schaub and I am your Dungeon Master and host. On the previous episode of DiceTry, our group of adventurers headed out to find the so-called temple of the Lord Magician, and inside they found the Journal of the Lord Magician, which referred to another place that he had run off to hide. At the same time, a group of slungs, humanoid dog people, arrived. Doug lit one of them on fire rather violently. It's a very exciting episode. You should listen to it. Hello, and welcome back to episode 4 of DiceTry. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! Yay! Yesterday was just Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful time and filled your gullets.
Oh, yes.
That's my favorite part of Thanksgiving, is filling my gullet.
I'm here with all my players, Paul, Earl, Krista, and our audio engineer, GTM, which stands for Great Turkey Man.
Great Turkey Man.
Great Turkey Man.
We have him here in the studio today. The Great Turkey Man himself.
Oh
my God.
Not just a regular turkey man.
So I'm going to go around the room and ask you some Thanksgiving-related questions. Paul, what dessert do you identify with most at Thanksgiving time?
Oh, probably what is it called? I think it's a sweet potato.
Sweet potato pie?
Pie. It's not a pie. It's sweet potatoes with like
Candied yams.
Candied yams. That's it. That's the one.
Because
it's so sweet.
Just like you, Paul.
Yay!
Earl.
Yes?
Do you prefer breaded stuffing or rice stuffing?
Okay. So I would say I prefer breaded stuffing, but not in a like, oh, I like bread over rice. Like, so Thanksgiving is really weird in my family because I am Korean American. We don't always do stuffing. Actually, we don't always do turkeys. Like my mom usually, because it's also one of those things where like with Thanksgiving for my family, it's my brother lives in DC, I live in LA, like my parents are in Chicago. It's this weird sort of like spanning the entire country kind of thing. Because of that, we usually only meet once during the holidays. So usually it's either Thanksgiving or Christmas. And when that happens, we just sort of make dinner. Last year for Thanksgiving, my family was like, we're gonna do beef Wellingtons because fuck turkeys. And then like the year before, like my brother made like a pork roll or like a stuffed pork loin thing, so like it's, we're also like our Thanksgiving table always has kimchi, so there's that. I would say I feel like bread stuffing is just more of a novelty for me. Like, oh dang, if you have a cornbread stuffing, then I am all up in that.
That sounds amazing.
But like,
see, I've never heard of any of these other stuffings.
Yeah, but I've actually, like, to be completely honest, I don't think I've ever had a rice stuffing.
I've never had that.
Is that an Iowa thing?
I don't think it is.
My mom makes
Is it a real thing?
Puerto Rican style stuffing.
Oh.
So she'll make it with a little bit of adobo.
Oh.
She'll do mofongo stuffing.
Puerto Rican food is like on another level.
Good.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
Bread stuffing, even better, cornbread stuffing.
Cornbread stuffing.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Krista.
Yes.
I have a question for you. You have the choice between goose, duck, or turkey. Which do you choose?
What are you trying to say?
I'm being heavily persuaded to say a turducken.
I guess that's...
So I will say I have never had either duck or goose.
Duck? Duck or goose.
Duck or goose. I've only had turkey and chicken.
So
in terms of fowl.
I've had all three. Duck is really fatty. Goose is super weird.
Yeah, goose is really
well,
weird.
I would imagine
Goose is
they're
also huge.
They're weird birds.
Their duck is really good, though. Yeah, you're right, though. It's greasier.
Yeah,
it's like chicken, but greasier.
I have a friend who, shout out to one Kim Cunningham out in New York City, who made what was called a turfucking goosen that was duck, turkey, goose. turducken, basically. So there was
because the goose is larger than the turkey.
Because the goose is larger than the turkey, so she deboned a duck, put it inside the turkey, and then I think manipulated the turkey so it would fit inside the goose. And each of the layers were separated. Like there was like she did something like a sausage and like sage between the duck and the turkey, and then between the turkey and the goose was like there was like seafood and stuff. Like there was like shrimp and
was
like
it the one
like
with like crab legs out of it?
No. It wasn't meant to be like a wild like Cthulhu thing, but it was like she just made the inner layer that separated the turkey and the goose. It was like I think it was like shrimp and crab meat that were like, it was made into like I don't know.
Sounds so decadent.
It's
too much. That's too much for me.
But anyways, fucking goosens, they are possible.
I could say that both sounds delicious and
horrifying.
Yes.
But also, how does
humans
it work?
are terrible?
There are bones in the way of each
debone.
lip.
So
But how does it keep its shape?
Because the last one has the bone. So the largest cavity retains its I think bony structure, and then
But then you still have to cut through bone to get into it. I don't understand.
Is it? I think maybe the
You can't just like slice off like a lovely little like.
Wait, actually, I think they're all deboned. Now that I think about it, I think it's all sort of, and then it's made into a
yeah, loaf. That makes more sense.
I don't remember. We were all. It was a while ago. I was altered. Let's just leave it at that.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving! I hope you're listening to this while you're in line at 4:00 in the morning.
Mom,
for
I'm
some
sorry.
Store.
And if you weren't a vegetarian before, you are now.
So let's jump into our episode.
Oh yeah.
So,
Incredible.
when we left off, you guys were headed towards Split Valley in the Treader's Veins. And you are running off as you hear the sklungs barking in agony as they are
Gulping their last breaths.
Yeah, and then followed by
Don't look back, guys. Just don't look back. Just keep running. Just keep running.
and a little bit of water seeping through the cracks in the door.
I just keep my eyes straight fixed on that last sklung that's watching us through the window as we run back. Like I'm attached onto Doug. Doug's running, and I'm turned around and I'm just dead-eye lasers watching the life drain out of him.
Wow. Puddles.
Puddles.
That
You okay?
His name is Puddles.
I've seen some things, man. Those sklungs are bad news.
Hey.
Everyone I
hey.
see just...
Hey, I know. It's okay.
I need to watch the life
It's
drain out
okay.
of their eyes
It's
to
okay.
make sure they're dead.
Thought I had problems.
I've been through some shit.
Do you need a hug?
It's alright. I'm gonna hug myself.
And you fall off of Doug's back.
No, you're like
No,
still
I
trying
just
to hug,
no,
but you're still wrapped
tighten
around.
my wrap around Doug. So I just choke him a little.
You're choking me!
Okay.
Okay, where are we going?
We are going to Split Valley.
Oh, east to the Split Valley. Are we going east anymore? I don't even know.
Is it to the east?
It is to the west, actually.
Oh, we're lying.
The west.
The west, not the east. So this split. Now, what's? You keep saying this word ice cream. So you take cow milk.
And
you
do
make
what
it into
with it?
what? You can form milk into balls?
Yes,
Like cheese.
but not... No.
Like curded.
Like, it's a soft dessert.
Oh. With sugar.
Yes.
Do we have an equivalent of ice cream in our world?
Does the actual ice
mean
cream
I don't mean to
making-
put this on you. Would we have it? I don't know.
You've heard that they have ice cream or something like ice cream in a place called the Sugar Whip Mountains.
Oh, so it's sweet and it's made of milk and it's cold, you say?
Yes. Freezing.
I believe we have something similar to this.
Really?
But you can only find it in our Sugar Whip Mountains. They're very cold and they're north of here?
Yes.
North of here.
Well, I don't know what to do then. If we go to Split Valley and it's not what we're going for, maybe we should go to this ice cream place.
Which area is closer to us at the current moment for us to go
The
to?
Split Valley.
Split Valley is
I
closer.
say we go Split Valley first and
Yeah.
then...
All right. Split Valley it is.
So you start
Land of the
your way
Splits.
towards Split Valley, and this is going to be kind of a longer journey.
Oh. Should we have prepared?
Well, actually, we're just going to cut away from you guys for just a minute. And we're going to do Meanwhile. In other parts of Aloha, we see roving bands of kobolds and sklungs rampaging through town, stealing things, taking food and shelter from the people who live there. Chaos is starting to spread around Aloha, just like Stimley had warned about. And then we cut and we're looking at the capital city of Aloha, the home of the Lord Magician, which is this mountaintop intercut with railway lines of steel and moving train cars powered by alchemical purposes, spiraling up into the air together with a large steel structure on top.
Oh.
And camped out around the base of this spire of stone, you see multiple armies camped out at the foot of the tower, and each army their tents are a different color. There's like orange and purple and green. It seems forces are gathering around the capital city that if the Lord Magician doesn't return, somebody should be taking over, but who is it gonna be?
Bum bum bum.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
And then we cut back to you guys who are happily walking along and whistling to yourselves.
Bum, ba-da-da, dum, ba-dum, bum.
We're doing this into your ear.
Okay, knock it off!
Jeez, lighten up, bud.
You don't like songs when you're traveling?
I do like songs. I need some quiet after that.
Quiet.
There was a lot going on back there. I saw bulldogs being burned alive.
They're not bulldogs. They're called sklungs.
Fine.
They're bad news.
Where do they come from?
Sklungville. The sklung capital of Aloha.
You don't know.
I don't know, man. They travel in roving wild packs. They attack people pretty much on sight. They have no qualms with stealing candy from children.
Wow. It's pretty intense.
And they deserve to die like dogs.
Jesus.
Not that dogs deserve to die. Dogs are adorable. I love dogs. But, like the rabid, crazy ones that can't listen to reason and want to kill you. For
I
no
get
reason.
it.
Yeah, okay.
Is there anywhere to stop on the way to Splits Valley? Valley?
There's a village called Aversong nearby.
There's a village called Aversong nearby.
Maybe we should stop there on the way so we can gather materials and...
Yeah, it's a
Stuff.
bit further up. We'll have to walk to it.
It'll take like a day or two to get there.
Take a day or two.
There's
A
in
day
Connie
or
Phil's, there's big gaps in between the cities.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, you're lucky there's even a path, man.
Yeah.
Everything's sore.
Well,
I never walked this much. Even from the parking lot to the Mart, I can't walk this much.
what's a parking lot?
What do you do in Mart that makes it so you don't have to walk?
I'm just the greeter there.
Do you fly? Do you
I
have
wish.
magic?
No.
Are you sure?
I just tell people hello when they come in.
Oh.
Why do you do that?
Because it's my job.
But why is it a job?
So I have to have money to pay for things.
I know that's not what I'm asking.
But
I mean, why
you
is
greet
greeting people a job?
Oh.
You have to walk for a little bit further, but you eventually start to see the outline of Aversong in the distance, which is a small town comprised of a few houses, a general store, a tavern, the usual things you would see in a city like this. But Aversong is also the hub of half a dozen rail lines that run across Connie Field's actual trains powered by alchemical purposes that can quickly travel great distances. The tracks all crisscross through the open fields to here, and they meet at these crossroads where there is a switcher that allows the train cars to switch tracks easily in a 360 degree pattern, so you can move around. And a town like this should be well populated with all these people working at the switcher line.
Mm-hmm.
But as you approach the village, you see that Aversong actually appears to be abandoned. And there are carts overturned, windows broken,
Oh.
clothing left flapping on laundry lines, and a train car is actually sitting on the switcher that's in the center of town.
Uh-oh.
What happened here?
This doesn't seem right.
Can I make an investigation check to see like if there's any signs of like the Sklungs like coming in and raiding or more of a abandoned?
Can I
Ooh, that didn't sound good.
search for any life?
Sure.
14.
Dude, same for me.
12.
19.
Okay. And you're searching for people.
Searching.
That would be intelligence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 21.
Okay. So it seems like the town might have been raided. There's a bunch of busy footprints along the grass, and it seems like some of the doors have actually been attacked with weapons. There's actually like clothing and items strewn about on the ground,
Blood?
as if people were grabbing stuff and running from the town, and it just like dropped out of their arms.
Okay.
You don't see blood.
Bodies? Nothing.
You don't see any bodies, but as Doug is looking around, he follows some of the tamped down grass around the outside of the village, and sure enough, he comes upon a small group of people who are huddled in the grass nearby, and they just like, please don't hurt us.
I'm not gonna hurt you. What happened here?
They came in, the kobolds, they just took over the town, man.
Kobolds.
Kobolds. They're bad dudes, kind of evil looking. They look, you know what the Sklungs? They have different faces than the Sklungs, but they're kind of like that.
So bad guys.
Bad guys.
Okay.
Bad news.
Well, what are you doing over here?
And we had nowhere to go. The nearest town is miles away, and the kobolds came here for our food and scraps. We figured they would just leave eventually, but they've just been staying here this whole time.
Where they've been staying?
They're staying at the train station, and you can see on the far side of the center of town there's a large steel building which has one of those big open doors to put train cars through.
About how many of them are there, you think?
I don't know, there was like half a dozen or so.
I see.
None of this would have happened if the Lord Magician was still around.
Yes, that seems to be the case. We're currently looking for the Lord Magician. Have you maybe perchance seen or heard of him?
No, I wish. We need that kind of hero right now.
That's true. How long has it been since the kobolds have been here?
Like a day, maybe?
Day. All right. Did any of you put up a fight? Has anyone been injured?
As far as I know, nobody's been hurt, but
All
we
right.
can't hide out in this grass forever.
No, you can't. All right. We'll try and take care of it.
What are we gonna do?
Go kill some motherfuckers.
Wanda.
Jesus. Why does the bloodlust keep moving around?
Well, I think we'll probably have to get a little closer. They say there's about 6 of them, half a dozen. There might be more.
Can we take him?
I don't know about you, Mart, but Vonda seems pretty confident. But I'd prefer to know everything before we get into this fight, mainly because that's what we're trying to do. This is called a strategy meeting. We're trying to strategize how to take this battle that's going to be coming.
We had the same thing at Mart.
Great.
Wasn't for battle though.
Well, but you get it.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna have to make our way towards the train station. I think if we can, when we get there, maybe try and do some sneaking around, doing some reconnaissance, trying not to get seen. The best element we have right now is surprise, so let's try and maintain that, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's have these people start doing something. Do you know when, because they go out to forage or raid or whatever, and then they come back in, right?
Usually, they've been in there for a while now. I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, they haven't left.
No, they've been hanging out in there for a while.
Okay.
They must have found, they're curious, so they like to play around with things, and there's lots of things in the station house to play around with.
It's true. It's mainly just trains in there, yeah?
Well, it's also the refueling station. We have chemicals and gases in there to refuel the train cars.
Oh. Now, last time I checked this, these compounds are pretty volatile, right?
Some of them are, but you have to mix them correctly. We keep them in their base elements, otherwise they'd explode.
All right. Thanks. Y'all wait right here and stay tight. We'll come back for you.
Okay. Good luck.
Thanks. There's a possibility we could maybe take care of all of them by just making the chemicals sort of mix. Maybe it'll cause an explosion. That'd be really fun.
I do have some poison spray if we just want to knock them out.
Okay, I mean that's cool too. It might disrupt the whole, flow of commerce in this area and be a really devastating blow to the economy here. So maybe that's not the best idea. It's a last ditch
It doesn't spread. It's kind of local, and I would say that as opposed to exploding city.
I was talking about the explosion being the worst option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Got backwards.
it's a better option than explosion. But we have the explosion.
We have options
if we need it.
You want to just fight him?
Yeah. Well, that's usually if worse comes to worse, then we'll have to get to the poisoning and the exploding. But
2 against 6 isn't really a fair fight.
Yeah, we'll see. They're kind of tough. They're a little wily.
2 against 6.
Mart, you gonna help us?
I don't know. Can I?
I don't know.
You could do other things aside from
I don't
fight.
know.
Oh, really? I can do other things.
Like
I don't know, but
watch.
we'll take.
You got eyes?
But we'll take our risks.
I can fight. Okay.
Oh, okay.
This one time, this guy tried to steal my lunch money. I didn't let him.
How big was the guy?
I beat him up.
And how old
Of
were
course.
you?
Dang. Vanquisher of
7.
lunch money stealers.
Wow.
Impressive.
What a feat.
Yeah, I beat him up so hard.
Sure, you know what, Mart? Let's get on in there. Let's
Yeah.
go just swords blazing, huh?
Well,
I
you've
can
got
do
your
that.
you've got your bonking stick, right? You still have your bonking
Could
stick.
have used a sword, but yes, I have that.
We'll move up to the sword. Yeah, let's start with the bonking stick.
Hey, I hit the wizard's glass.
You did.
You
hit a
did.
stationary,
Okay,
proud
enough
of
of
you.
this. I am
stationary
ready.
man.
Let's just do this, okay?
you hit
Bullshit.
an old stationary man trapped inside of a
Now
glass
remember,
jar.
we're going for the element of surprise, which means we have to sneak and not be seen or...
I just imagine these villagers just being like, what the fuck is going on?
Now let's sneak in there.
Alright, so can you make stealth checks for me?
Yes.
Which is a 20 plus your dexterity.
Oh, beautiful. 17.
12.
11.
So you all stealthily move your way up to the train yard. It's this big steel building. There's several train cars kind of halfway sticking out of the front of the building. And you're going to peek your head inside and you see there's these big vats of chemicals for refueling. And there's a group of humanoid individuals with reptilian skin, long snouts, and pointed ears. These are kobolds. They're about 3 to 4 feet tall, give or take, and they're all standing around the base of these big chemical containers. And one of them has a hose plugged into the nozzle of one of these things, and he puts the other end of the nozzle in his mouth.
You're definitely
and he
getting
opens
high.
They are getting high.
And all the other kobolds laugh at him like,
Wow. So. The fact that you can do that voice. Can I get 10 feet close to them? without
I would
detection?
say you need to roll again
You'd have to sneak again.
to sneak
Okay.
closer. And
guess
one of
we'll
the
all-
kobolds pulls the nozzle off of the container and he moves over to the next one. And he
13.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice. Yeah, it seems that these are like base gases that they're like helium, argon, and stuff like that they're
So their
humping.
voices are just modulating. Super, super high, super, super low.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all laughing at each other, just slobbering in saliva as they're hitting these gases over and over again.
Is there any way I can, wonder how I should do this? I want to see if I can get them to inhale it at all. Just, directly. I don't know.
Oh, can you climb up to the top of into
Can I
one of
take
the
one of the
vats?
things and just, poison it or something? Or, I mean, it would be more simple to just extend my hand out and be
Poison
like,
spray
poison
is
spray.
just like
Oh, you
skin
spray it.
contact.
Yeah, you spray
Oh, it's a
it out.
skin
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, you
Okay.
spray it out at them.
So I just get as close as I can. And so 10 feet and go,
So you open up your hands and green poisonous liquid sprays onto their skin. Can you read poison spray for me real quick?
You extend your hand towards a creature you see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
Okay. What's your DC?
13.
13. You can go ahead and roll for damage.
Sweet.
We're punching
Good
in.
job. Yeah. Get 'em.
So 1d12. I never used this one. 5.
5. So this little puff of green gas sprays out over a kobold. He goes, and he coughs up like a giant black goober as he takes 5 damage. And the kobolds all start to turn in your direction and go,
Swords out.
and let's
Stick
roll
out.
for initiative.
Okay, 20. So 23. Or 20.
14.
Dex. 22.
14.
Are you just rolling really low?
Roll the right dice, right?
D20. You might need to put that. You might want to switch if you want to switch out with a different die. We've got.
Doesn't
You
need
need
to
to
be
show
you
your
just
dice
shun
response.
a bad dice.
Oh, good to know.
Puddle to cuddle.
Puddle
You
to
get
cuddle.
to go first. You're within 30 feet of the nearest one.
I'm gonna go for the one that she just poisoned, and I'm gonna pop my attacks
Okay.
off on him.
So pulling out your short sword,
Yep.
little teddy bear runs forward.
He scuttles forward, and then he's gonna try and the way Puddle tries to attack usually is by bouncing off of things. So he's gonna try and jump up onto a thing to ricochet and then either slash at head or throat or possibly arm. Something vital.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
That will hit. A short sword is a d6.
D6. That's what I said.
Then you can choose either your strength or your dexterity.
Yeah, I'll go strength. 5.
You bounce yourself off of a little railing, and you come up and the short sword buries itself into the skull
Jesus.
of the kobold.
Yes.
Badass.
As you yank it back out with a little sickening crunch, the kobold falls to the ground.
Boom. One down.
One down.
5 more, and it is now their turn. Kobold number 2, pulls out his little sharp bow, and he's gonna try and ping a shot off of it. Puddle.
Okay.
Your AC is
12. Did you say there was armor for us?
yeah. So it should be 12 plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, so 14.
Okay. So that actually will miss. Number 3 comes around and he tries to stab up Puddle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's gonna hit you.
Damn.
And you take 2 damage
Alright.
because they are not very strong.
We can deal with that.
Number 4 pulls out his bow and he tries to shoot at Vonda.
Okay.
That should hit you because that's a 15. And a little arrow cuts you in the shoulder and does 2 damage. Number 5 charges towards Doug
Great.
and pulls out his little
Not
dagger.
smart. You do still have 3 feet on this thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you just easily kind of, as his dagger goes past you.
What?
And the last one also tries to take a shot at Doug, but misses.
Did this little rat demon try to stab me?
Yeah. And that actually brings us to Doug's turn.
Boom.
I will take the stick, and I will play golf.
All right.
Swing.
So you're gonna roll a d20 and add
2.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's
I
gonna
missed.
miss.
Damn.
You miss with your big golf swing, and just kind of frustrated.
Just like golf.
So you swing your hand and you just when you do a bad golf shot, you just hold it in your left hand and go, oh, come on. You hold out your right hand and a beam of energy shoots out from it, and you never knew you could do that.
Holy shit.
Shit, dude, you didn't tell us you had that.
I didn't know.
Dog of Mart, that's a rad power.
Yeah.
And a little bit of this blue energy stands from your hand and it hits one of the kobolds in the chest, and you see this biting freeze cold crawl over it a little bit. It doesn't take a lot of damage in general, but it takes some. You were starting to get the idea that maybe you have powers here. Vonda, it is your turn.
Yeah, but where, in terms of like where I am, where are the majority of the,
Kobolds.
yeah.
Is there anywhere they're grouped together?
So yeah, you were standing in between two train cars with the platform in front of you. Most of them are in front of you. Like one is to the side of you because it came to try and stab Doug. But
Okay, I cast Entangle in that area.
okay. And could you read Entangle for me in the audience?
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from the point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. A creature in the area where you cast the spell must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained by entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On a success, it frees itself. When the spell ends, the conjured plants will wilt away.
So that doesn't include these
Me.
two fellas, but that's fine.
That's fine.
So, even through the stone and metalwork of the train yard and the gravel, these weeds appear and start trying to wrap up around everybody's feet. And it seems to be some magical force that Vonda is casting.
Whoa.
As we come back to the top of the round and puddle.
I know that this isn't the explicit use of Squishy Body, but would Squishy Body allow me some sort of advantage in getting out of the ensnarings? I have to free myself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for people at home, Squishy Body is a special ability that puddles have that, because they're teddy bears, they can fall from great heights
I
or
made a stuffing.
Squeeze themselves into smaller spaces because their bodies are malleable. Sure, I'll give you advantage to
Sweet.
Actually, you get a dexterity saving throw first to
Oh.
avoid being restrained.
Okay, great. 19.
Okay, so you're totally fine.
I didn't even need to use it.
And there are 5 more kobolds. One that's taken damage from the energy beam that sprouted forth from the...
Oh yeah, is that one also the one that hit me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or he missed, actually.
Oh, right, he missed. Well, he came for me.
Yeah.
He must die.
So you run up to him, short sword swinging in the air, bounce it off like a luchador.
Yep, doing a little ricochet. Oh, 12.
That actually hits. They're kobolds.
Nice.
All right.
They're not wearing armor either.
Oh, sweet. Great. Well, pow. 3.
Okay. The kobold in front of you is going to first make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being restrained, which he fails. So what he does is just pulls out his dagger and tries to stab you with it.
All right.
That's a miss. Kobold number 3 pulls out his bow and tries to shoot you with it. 14 hits you.
Yeah, it's still attack.
He's not restrained.
He's not restrained. Okay. Damn.
2 damage.
Okay.
Number 4 is restrained.
Haha.
And he fires off his bow at Vonda, but misses.
Haha.
And number 5 is not restrained. So he runs up and swings his dagger at Vonda for 2 damage. And then number 6 runs forward to Doug and takes a little swipe at you, sir. That misses, though.
Ha!
And that brings us around to you, Doug.
I'm gonna take another swing,
Okay.
but I think I'm gonna go downward.
Okay.
Like that, yeah.
Like over the top of the head.
Yeah.
You would need to check if you're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
So, yeah, roll this d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
15.
So you were not stuck.
Okay.
And then you swung downward. So that plus your proficiency bonus, which is 2,
Okay, so
and your strength modifier.
12 plus 2, 14.
14.
That hits.
Oh.
Alright.
And your staff is a d8, so you roll that and add your strength modifier to determine how much damage you do this with.
Okay. 8.
Nice. Max damage.
8 plus 2 is 10.
It's got stars around it.
More like... and you see its neck disappear into its shoulders.
Yeah. You brained it.
Jesus.
Then just his head is now sitting on top of his shoulders, and his neck bones are somewhere inside of his chest.
Oh my
falls
God.
backwards.
Polo calls over. It's your first kill.
It felt great!
There's blood all over your shoes.
Jesus Christ.
Vonda.
How close am I to any one of them?
I think the closest one is about next to the puddle, so 30 feet away.
Okay, so and can I get a safe distance without being entangled, or would the entanglement spell
It includes you as well.
include me? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw my dagger at one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, whichever one is not surrounded by these two.
Okay.
Great.
There's several that we're shooting with your bows. So that's a d20 plus your dexterity modifier. And your proficiency bonus.
That would be an 11.
So that misses, unfortunately, and now your
Now you don't have a
dagger
dagger.
somewhere clatters across the stones.
That was my size dagger. I still have the other dagger, which is people size. So.
Okay, it is Paul's turn.
So one of them hit me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit that one back. 12.
Ah, that hits.
Oh. Brilliant. D6. 4.
4 damage. Puddle once again comes along and he cuts into the chest by cutting off one of the arms in the way.
Take that.
And now there are 3 left. They're kind of afraid of Puddle now because he just took out 2 of them. One takes a shot at Puddle for 1 damage. Another takes a shot at Puddle for another 1 damage. So in total, between 3 attacks, you take 4. They keep your distance. They don't even care if the vines are catching them now. They just stay away and fire their bows off at you.
I'm at 4. I might need to have a potion soon.
And Doug, it's your turn.
I would like to use my newfound powers on one of them.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't matter which.
So you get to choose one of these. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
Damn.
Let's do acid.
Okay.
Yes.
So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which it got a nat 1.
Oh, it's
So-
fucked.
And then you roll a d8 to determine the damage for this energy beam.
Is this the 8?
Yep.
No. Okay. 2.
2. Well, I'm gonna double that since he rolled a nat 1. You hold out your hand and this energy beam shoots forth from your hand and sprays this thing right in the face.
Jesus.
And just,
Oh my gosh.
it's
You just watch its nose melt off.
yeah, it's just strips of flesh starting to peel off.
Delicious.
Yanda.
I don't want to. I guess I'll. Poison spray is very directly at one single person, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna poison spray the person that I had aimed at with the dagger.
So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw?
A Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So he'll take half damage from that.
Okay, so
D8.
1d12 is.
The one that you rarely use.
Yes, I'm like, I've never used this.
Dang.
11.
That is 5. It is the same one that Doug sprayed in the face with acid.
Jesus, poor guy.
Acid and poison, it's just not having a good day.
And it just it slams onto the ground. Its hands like still clutching its face, but as its snout begins to melt, the hands just like slowly fall back through its own face.
Beautiful.
Puddle, it's your turn.
Alright, who is the next?
The next one is about
Fucker.
15 feet away from you.
Alright, we're gonna bound up and through.
So there's only
Let's
2, right?
Yeah.
Give it a little love with my pointy stick. 15.
That hits.
Damn it. 3.
So it's the kobold's turn. The one in front of you is drop its bow and try and stab you with its dagger.
Alright.
Take 2 damage.
Alright. Uh-oh.
I can get you with a healing word.
And then the last kobold tries to turn to run, but its feet get stuck in the vines and it goes falls face first into the ground.
Is it
Fun.
is it prone then?
Yeah, it's lying prone.
Sweet.
That brings us to Doug. What would you like to do?
Well, he's stuck, right?
Yeah, one of them's stuck on the ground, lying face,
Lying face.
and the other.
Lying against Puddle. I might want to go after that one since you're being attacked, right?
I am at 2 health points, just
Yeah.
saying.
I'm gonna take on that guy. I think I'm just gonna use my stick,
Okay.
and I'm going to. I think I'm gonna throw my stick at it, like just like a spear.
Okay.
See what happens.
Javelin.
17 with a modifier of what is it? Strength 2, so 19.
Okay. Roll a d8 for me.
5.
5. So this curtain rod that you've been using as a weapon flies through the air. And you and the kobold are like face to face. You have your short sword up. He has his dagger up. and he's like, Curtain Rod catches him in the temple and he drops to the ground.
Good throw!
Yonda, it's your turn. Or Vonda. What did I say?
Yonda. Vonda, did you watch?
I'm gonna send a healing word towards Puddle. Do you want me to read out a healing word for the audience?
Sure, for the audience.
A creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spell ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
But for the purposes of this, Puddle is a construct, but we're going to use just regular healing for him, because otherwise it would get super messy on how to explain it.
Yeah. Or it'd be like, I can only heal myself if I have more stuffing and yarn.
Yeah.
Bread.
My spellcasting ability is proficiency plus wisdom.
It's just wisdom.
Just wisdom. So you get 6 points.
Boom. Back up to 8.
And Puddle, it is your turn.
All right, where's this last fucker?
He's lying in the ground like 10 feet from you.
Can I do like a cool like bounce off of something, flip over something, duel, like
If you want to
land
do all
on its
that,
spine?
I might need you to make an acrobatics check.
All right. Damn it. 8.
It's a little more rumbly tumbly, like when you move than you would probably like.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then you can roll to attack.
Nat 20.
Okay, well you would have advantage on the attack anyway, so on a nat 20 for attacks, you roll your normal die, and then we're just gonna double the number on the die before adding strength.
4.
4?
Yes.
Plus.
Yeah, I did the plus, so it's...
So you come down and you stab him in the back, and he's like... He's still alive, and he, like, is lying face out on the ground, and he just, like, puts his hands behind his head.
Gotta question this one.
Well,
I agree.
So we're moving out of combat, so we're no longer in initiative order. The plant spells that is kind of holding him in place fade back. Instead, a short sword that's pinned through his shoulder is holding him to the concrete. And around you are the bodies of several kobolds that have been cut up or had an energy beam melt their face or
smashed.
a curtain rod thrown at their skull.
I want to find my dagger
Paul
again.
of Mart. Claim...
We did it!
We did! Claim your bounties by searching those bodies and taking off whatever things valuable. Shiny things.
That's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me.
While he goes to do that, I'm gonna start questioning the... So, who do you work for?
Me? I don't work for nobody. We work for ourselves, for food and scraps and...
That's an
shiny
unlikely
things.
story.
Why are you here?
You ruined those people's lives.
Well, you know, the Lord Magician's gone and we're just trying to have a bit of fun, aren't we?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, fun is raping and pillaging an entire city.
Now, nobody said anything about raping. That's quite extreme, young lady.
We all know what you do. We all know what you do.
I just came for a meal.
Well, then why didn't you leave?
Oh, they had a lot of food here, and the funny stuff that makes a funny voice is...
He's a junkie.
Yeah, so you like this stuff, huh? You like it?
Yeah, I like it. We've been hiding out in Coney Fields for a long time. Usually we just steal clothing off of lines, you know, but...
Do you know where the Lord Magician went?
No, and I hope he stays away.
Is there anyone waiting for you to come back?
My wife?
Your wife?
And kids.
Oh, so
My
you have
wife and kids.
a kids and wife thing going now, huh?
And where are they?
Back at home.
In the fields?
And, you know, my grandparents really depend on me, too.
Really?
In a village nearby.
Which
If I
village
go back
nearby?
there, I'll never come again.
Yeah,
Oh, just a
I don't
night.
either.
Do we need him?
Do we,
Not really.
should we just kill him in cold blood, though?
Oh, that's not really a thing that I'd...
Maybe we should take him prisoner.
You know, why don't we just leave him here.
There's some people I want you to meet. Run over to the field where the villagers are hiding. We'd be like, hey villagers,
Yeah, what happened?
you guys are fine. We killed all the kobolds. We kept one of them. If y'all wanna, I don't know if you have courts or anything or.
Yeah, that's
find
right. He
justice.
deserves a fair trial.
I don't know how you all do justice, but we
Well,
got
there
one
are
of
fair
them.
and just people around here.
Well, there's one of them. We kept him as captive. The other ones, we were defending ourselves, so we had to kill them. I'm sorry, but we've got one of them. If you wanna lay down the law on him.
Do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Great. Does anyone have a sandwich? We just saved your village and all. We're just really tired.
We
might
can
need
make
to
you a
rest.
sandwich, yes.
Oh,
Very much do
that would be really appreciated. Also, is there a tailor around? Because I've lost a bit of stuffing. And I'm like looking at my butt, like, does it look a little lumpy?
There's Travick the tailor.
Alright.
Yes, hello, I'm Travick the tailor.
Hello. Hi, Travick. I just seem to have lost a few threads while saving your village from these kobold with my friends here. Would you be able to spare me some...
Yes,
Of
I
your
can very much
handiwork.
sew you up, because I am a tailor.
Thanks, man. Well, alright. The village is yours again, people. Hooray!
So the people collect the kobold and throw them in their little jail cell, and you get sewn up by Travick the tailor, who is very boringly talking to you the
Oh,
entire
I love it though. Oh, yeah. Keep talking, Travick. It's helping me nap.
While you're being, treated to some sandwiches, and the mayor of the city comes over and he says, "Thank you very much for helping us. It was a wonderful thing you did for us. Is there any way that we could help you?
Well,
Yeah.
Where are you trying to get to? Where are you going?"
we're currently trying to get to
Split
Valley.
Well, once you know it, we're in the hub of transportation around here.
Gee.
That was going to be your answer no matter where we were going to, wasn't it?
What convenience.
I don't know what you're talking about. Here, have a brochure. Have a brochure.
Oh, the hub of convenience
And transportation.
and transportation. All right. Well, would you be able to arrange a train for us?
Yeah, I could probably get you anywhere you desire.
We questioned the kobold earlier, and we possibly weren't getting through to him and asking him some questions about his motives or possibilities if he maybe be working in league with some other forces trying to overrun your town, because we noticed and realized that your town is an incredibly important transportation hub for this area.
That it is.
Do you know anyone who may be looking to threaten this area? We also know that the attacks people have become more emboldened as the Lord Magician has not been seen for some time.
Well, you see, the thing is that I would say no normally, because kobolds don't really follow leaders, they just do whatever they want. It sounds more of like a sklung thing. They're led by a fella named Baron,
Baron of the
Oh,
Skull.
for Baron.
and he's always had a thing about the Lord Magician and not liking him much, and not liking the wonderful hub of transportation that the Lord Magician has built here.
Yes, this Baron fellow, we've heard his name before.
Oh, gosh, I hope he didn't try to harm you.
Well, I don't think it was him. It seemed as though his cronies were interested in finding out more about the Lord Magician, and we just so happened to get caught up in it. Now, do you know of any locations where this Baron is known to reside?
Well, he's a roving bandit. He usually spreads his terror all across Connie Fields, but he's been known to go into Treader's Veins and other places such as that.
I see. Can we help bolster your defenses at all? If they come again, which they most likely will,
Well,
how do you think you could
You
defend
see, we were
yourselves?
caught by surprise, but we can send for police force from the capital, and they would get here quickly because
You are the
hub of transportation.
that is correct. I will arrange for your transportation to the Treader's Veins. From here, Aversong, the hub of transportation, next time on DiceTry. Thank you for listening to DiceTry. I'm your host, Daniel Schaub, and this episode's cast has included Paul Dixon, Earl Kim, and Crystal Llewellyn. This production has been edited by Gabriel Toya Melendez with special music provided by Glenn Davis. Please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at DiceTry Podcast. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe and review.
Yeah, this one's like that one's like gravel. I feel like this one's like space aliens.
Oh god, they're here!
DiceTry ASMR. We're dice trying. Are you a dice tryer? ASMR.
This is very calm.
Dice try.
I don't know about you, but I'm turned on.